Get into Donald Trump's mind and understand what really is going on. But as of this morning, so we can speak, he posted on Truth Social, Tom, once again confirming that tariffs are coming. It's on the 4th of March. We will see those 25% on all Canadian goods and 10% on energy.
Yeah, he says most Canadian goods. I think that we're going to have to just wait and see what actually happens. And I think that that's been one of the wisest aspects. Everybody, for example, in the Liberal leadership race says, well, dollar for dollar, retaliation. But the Canadian government has basically been keeping its own good counsel on this. There are a lot of things that Canada can do to retaliate against the United States, but we don't want to have an all-out trade war because nobody wins in that. Trump is a bluffer. And we all know that about him. There are stronger words that we could use. He loves trying to keep an adversary off kilter. I mean, he just likes keeping you off balance. He wants to keep pushing back, threatening, this is coming. So you're supposed to concentrate your mind on that between now and March 4th. I think we'll wait and see. The people who run the auto companies in the States and in Canada all know that cars go back and forth across the border any number of times before they actually wind up in the showroom. And it's the way the industry's been built. We know that companies like Boeing are saying, be careful. If you go after aluminum, we're not going to be able to get that quality aluminum from Russia. This is supposed to be one of the American things. We're going to get more aluminum from Russia, but not only is it more polluting, it's not the same quality that you need to do some of this finer work. So the market will push back. American consumers will come to realize when they're spending 10, 15, 20 bucks more for a tank of gas that it's because of Donald Trump's tax on Canadian petroleum. So he sees it as money into the coffers of the U.S. Treasury. Consumers will soon learn that it's the Donald Trump tax on everything.
Yeah, you spoke of cars, and we heard from the president in the White House yesterday saying their cars, meaning Canada's cars. But the truth is, it's not our cars. It's cars we make together, and parts go back and forth 3 or 4 times. So that's a big difference there, too, like you were pointing out. But at the same time, the efforts that are underway, Tom, we've had delegations of our premiers going in once or twice. And today, as we speak, we have another delegation there, with the fentanyl czar also present at the moment, trying to impress upon Washington the work that we in Canada are doing to protect our borders. Does any of this truly count in the current scheme of things?
It does.
Okay.
For example, to the extent that Trump is breaking the Canada-US-Mexico trade deal with what he's doing, he had to come up with an excuse. And he's using an American law that says if it's a question of national security, and he came up with the idea that somehow, the Canadian border was the source of fentanyl into the United States. We know that it's 1/5 of 1%. And the source of illegal immigrants, it's just a drop in the bucket compared to the southern border. But that's been his excuse. So we have to play the game. The person that we've named as fentanyl czar, look at his qualifications, his deep experience and expertise, will present well, go to the States saying, we're taking this seriously, here's what we're going to be doing. Then that removes that argument of the White House and of Trump. He's going to come up with another one, of course. But it's important that the border mayors keep talking. Mayor Dilkins of Windsor's done a great job bringing together the mayors from across North America who live within, a short distance of the border. And what city in Canada could be suffering more from this potential tariff wrath of Donald Trump than Windsor, Ontario? And he's the mayor of Windsor. So having those conversations, explaining what's happening, meeting with individual members of Congress saying, look, you're from a dairy producing area like Wisconsin. This is going to hit you. You're in your area. You need aluminum. You need steel from Canada. This is going to hit you. That is going to start pushing through because those people might not be able to change the result with regard to Trump immediately, but they will be talking to each other, talking to their constituents, and slowly but surely people will come to realize that Trump sees this as tons of money falling out of the sky for him. It's a tax on everything Americans buy.
Indeed. In the meantime, we have to wait and watch what happens on the 4th of March. CTV News political commentator, former NDP leader Tom Mulcair, always a pleasure. Thank you.
All the best, Akshay. Thank you.